Charlie said no to Bibi. Personally, Bibi, I would have appreciated if you guys used all of your spyware, you've been spying on us for years, to maybe track down the killer. But I guess this is where you thought it was best to do a little propaganda for Israel would be better than us helping us track down the killer. My platform is yours, Seth Dillon. My platform is yours, Bill Ackman. So if you want to clarify it, we can do it in front of millions. Charlie had just one wife. To those of you who think that you are going to replace Charlie Kirk, we're sick of this shit. And I want you guys to understand, this is not a threat. This is a promise. I am telling you to back off right now and say nice things about Charlie Kirk and think you're going to slide into his chair over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged.
Disclaimer, everything in this video is alleged.
Because our sources and what we have, it's solid.
When it comes to the intervention she said is staged, she mentioned another person who she said was also there.
And I know that Charlie was offered a ton of money in this moment. Charlie said no to Bibi.
And she says this person is Seth Dillon. She contacted Seth Dillon, given that the entire situation has been thrown out of proportion. Everybody is going crazy. She contacted him and said, please, can you make a comment regards to what Bill Ackman is now saying regards to my friend Charlie? And Seth Dillon ignored her the way America ignores its gun problems. And she resended more messages like to remind him to say something, and he still ignored the hell out of her. So she now goes on another thing that is another problem for me. She says that Turning Point USA should release the audio of the day that Tucker Carlson was at Turning Point USA, the event he attended and had where the problem originated from. That there was an audio conversation between Tucker and Charlie, which she thinks is very important for this conversation. Yes, it is true. And then she says that Tucker Carlson should release his messages, release all the information he has, and all the things they said, and she thinks Tucker Carlson will not lie. But my question is this, Candace. Not everybody wants to sit on a podcast and discuss everything about their friendship with their friends or people, especially those who have passed, who cannot defend themselves. That is one thing that I don't know if Candace is putting that into perspective. I understand that she wants to fight for the truth about this to be out. Honestly, I really, hooray, girl, go. But don't put your friends in an awkward position while doing so, like calling out Turning Point USA to release audio that probably they are not comfortable releasing now, or telling Tucker Carlson to talk about something that probably they are not comfortable releasing now. Now, I understand her telling Bibi to release the full letter Bibi brought up because Bibi brought it up. If it was like Bibi didn't bring it up, yes, it makes sense that, okay, why would you ask him? Maybe it was some personal things he was discussing with the guy and he doesn't want it out. But given Bibi brought it up, okay, yeah, let's have it all out there. But to compel Tucker Carlson and other people to release their messages, I don't know, it doesn't really sit right. I understand your search for the truth, but are you sure you're not going to hurt others in that search? Are you sure you're doing it in a way that is safe, not only for the others involved, but for you too? Another thing she mentioned is that she calls on Bill Ackman and Seth Dillon to come on her platform. She's offering them her platform to come and discuss everything. And I asked myself, Candace, this is not the opportunity for you to grow your platform by inviting people to come, and these people could still say exactly what happened without having to come, but on your platform. It's the same thing it gave me when Erica is there. Is the first word she's authoring out there. She gathered the courage to have the might to utter those words, and I praise her for that courage, because I myself will never be able to do it. I know I will never be able to do it. To have the courage, the energy, the strength. I will not be able to put two words together to talk 2 days or 3 days after my husband is gone in that situation. I will not. But she got the courage, which is commendable for her. not recommended. Commendable for her. But the first words and the first things you want to say the first time you talk about your husband is calling on people to join Turning Point USA and sounding like you're next president or you want to run for some public office or something. And then she wore a white suit. Interesting choice. It's the same thing with Candace calling Bob Dylan or his Bill Ackman and Self Dylan to come to her platform. And she says that the people are refusing to talk because they are afraid. They want to coordinate their answers because they know that there is somebody leaking information, which means Candace has a good source of information, according to what she said. And there is something she said that was really interesting. She said that anyone who dares tries to want to take over Charlie Kirk's seat at Turning Point USA. You know what? Let me let Candace baby tell you. I don't know. I can't put them right. Let her tell you.
I am angry. I will obviously, I pray to move on from this phase, but it's a fire in my belly right now. To those of you who think that you are going to replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are born. You don't just get to depose and tell us that we're going to follow this individual, okay? I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA. You put a shill in Charlie Kirk's chair, in Charlie Kirk's company, and you try to tell us to follow that individual, I will be an enemy of you. There will be nothing that can stop me, okay? And I want you guys to understand, this is not a threat. This is a promise. There will be nothing that can stop me. I will release every single text message. So to those of you who are trying that, I'm seeing the messages, I am telling you to back off right now. Like right now, don't do it, okay? Don't you think about it. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you were that were exerting pressure. Don't you pretend to be noble now and say nice things about Charlie Kirk and think you're going to slide into his chair, okay? Over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged.
You've heard her, right? And this is the funny thing. Only one individual has made a statement that sounds like they are vying for that position. You know who that is? Ben Shapiro. And so if she is making this statement, isn't it allegedly her threatening Ben Shapiro? And she says she has messages she will release. She has information she will release. In fact, Candace is going all ratchet. The white people are about to see the real her. You're about to see the real Candy baby. She's about to be ratchet in these streets and you will not be able to contain her. You know, that's a good place for us to leave this here. The second part of this, we're going to talk about the things she talks about in the investigations that are completely not making sense. And the truth is, many of us agree with her on that. There's a lot ongoing that doesn't make sense with this investigation. Tell me what you think about all we've discussed in this. Do you think I exaggerated, or am I reading too much into the way Erica constructed her speech and everything about it? Or do you think I'm reading too much into Candace into Candace's speech and every action she's taking? Just let me know. And until next time, bye.
Now, does all of this mean that Bibi Netanyahu and that this somehow proves that Israel was involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk? No, we have no evidence of that. We can't say that because there is no evidence of that. But I don't like little lies. That's what I will say. Something that I always say in my household is when there is one lie, there's 20. There's no reason to lie.